Hi guys, today we're going to be learning about measurements, how to properly use our scale to measure, and we'll be using this small scale for examples. So I'll be going in depth on what you should know and what you should look out for. If you have a digital scale, that's actually better. If you also have a bigger scale than this one, that's great, but the same principle applies for the bigger scale. Now let's get into the main video for today. Your analog scale is measured in grams, as that is the popular measuring unit in Nigeria. Your scale has a scale bowl that it comes with, and it has a notch there where you could use to adjust your scale, the readings on your scale, to 0 for proper measurement. When your scale comes originally, it could be reading in minus, that is towards the left, or in plus towards the right. And one thing you would not want to do is to just measure like that, because you're going to mismeasure your baking ingredients, and that's going to be very disastrous for the outcome of whatever you're baking. So to properly fix your scale before you measure, you use that white notch to fix it to 0 grams. Another thing worthy of note is that your scale bowl comes or has its own weight naturally. For this one in particular, it weighs about 40 grams. So I set it in a way that it would read minus 40 grams when the bowl is not on my scale. So once I place my bowl on my scale, it is going to go to 0 grams. So that is what you're going to do. You're going to use the notch to measure up to minus 40 grams before you place your bowl on the scale. Another thing is your scale is graduated in 40 grams. This scale in particular, the big divisions or the big figures contains about 5 spaces in between those mini graduations or mini divisions, those mini lines you're seeing in between 0 to 200, from 200 to 400. Those mini lines are graduated in 40 grams, and we have like 5 spaces in between them, meaning that 40 times 5 is going to give you 200 grams, and it applies for all the other space in between. So from 200 to 400, we also have 5 spaces in between those graduations, and if you multiply it, you're going to get 400 grams, and that's how the entire scale is measured or graduated in. But you have to know that different scales come with different graduation. Some might have, because this is a small scale, so it will be graduated this way. A bigger scale might just have like the 500, 1000, that's 1 kg, then 1005, 2 kg. Do you understand? You just have to be able to study the divisions in between and know what it is graduated into, the bits is graduated into, whether 50 grams or more. Before we continue, if you've learned something valuable in this video so far and you would love more videos like this, please do well to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that whenever we post a new video, you'll be notified. Let's continue. For an example, we're going to be doing some measurement, and we're going to measure in our flour, 650 grams of flour. One thing I like to do when I am measuring a large quantity of ingredients with this small scale is that I like to measure it in bits. So this, I divided it into 400 grams and 250 grams. So the first measurement is going to be in 400 grams here, and you will see that I adjust the bowl properly. What I like to do is to take the bowl off and try to flatten the content so that I can see if it's actually properly measured, just to double check, to be sure that what we're measuring is correct. Now we're going to be measuring the 250 grams part to make it 650 as a whole. One good thing to do is you see the angle at which the camera is placed, that should be the angle of your eyes. so you can properly see where your scale pointer is pointing at. If you're in a wrong angle, you will think that your pointer is at the point you want it to be, but it's not actually at the point you want it to be. When you look straight at the scale, you're going to see things properly. And don't be like me, my bowl is slanted. Make sure your bowl is properly kept on the scale. But one good thing is I always like to cross-check. The good thing about measuring your ingredients before using them is so that you can easily multiply the quantity. If you want to make a larger quantity now, you can easily multiply it so that you don't start eyeballing your ingredients. The other good thing is you can always get the same end result. For example, you like this particular taste of your product. So if you have the proper measurement for each for each ingredient, you can always get that same feel or that same taste of your product at the end of the day. And even if you want to scale up to a larger quantity, the taste will always remain the same in comparison to when you just want to eyeball it. You're just pouring in this as you're led by yourself. I wouldn't say led by your ancestors, as you're led by yourself. So measurement helps in that way. And if you're someone who sells outside, you have a shop or you sell snacks to other people, not just something you eat at home. If someone likes your snack, you will always want to produce that same taste or that same texture of snack every time. That's how you retain customers. Not that you will produce one type of snack today that has one taste today. Tomorrow you're producing something entirely different and you just lose your customers steadily. You steadily lose your customers. Right now we're measuring our sugar, but I would love to add some few things before we end this video, like your liquids, because liquid and dry ingredients have different weight. So you could actually use this scale to measure your liquid ingredients. You can use it to measure your sticky ingredients like your butter, your molasses and all that. But for extremely smaller measurements, you use your tablespoons, you use your teaspoons, and you use the spoons and the cups. They are graduated in different weights. I will make a video for the cups and the spoons later because I don't have a video for that now, so I'm just showing you this one. So that one has a different form of measurement and a different way you measure them specifically to get what you want. So that's all for today's video. Thank you for watching and I hope you learned something. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. With this said, bye and have a wonderful day. Bye, y'all.